Hello my loves, I am back with another video. So I know it's been a while. I didn't get to post anything last week. It's been literally a hectic 3 weeks with Thanksgiving, and then I've been super swamped at work. Just, you know, the kids with their last minute holidays at school and just doing everything for that, and it's just been very hectic. And so in today's video, I'm kind of just going to talk over everything that's been going on the last few weeks, my struggle with filling my prescription. I literally went to go see my doctor yesterday after about 2 months. He was not happy with me, so let me just tell you guys that. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. It is Crissy G, and if you are back, welcome back my loves. Pam, this is for you, girl. I came home just to do this video tonight because you said you missed watching my videos, and I was like, you know what, she's right, I need to upload. I haven't done it, and plus, I miss you guys because, you know, when I upload videos, we all start the conversation and it just kind of flows. So anyways, I start to ramble, I know. I just came back from the pharmacy and I got my 10 milligram Mounjaro box. 10 milligram. I was not supposed to be on 10 milligram. I was supposed to be on the 7.5 a whole nother month or 2 months, my doctor said. So let me just start with my doctor visit yesterday. It did not go very well. He was not happy, because according to his scale, I gained 3 pounds. Now, I didn't gain 3 pounds. I know because I weigh myself every morning on my scale at home. And as most of you all know, if you've been following my journey, I recently had surgery. It's only been 5 weeks. I gained to 211. I gained from 196 to 211. And it took me about 2 weeks to get all that fluid weight retention back down. So I was at like 197 for a week or so, and then I managed to drop all the way to 193 at one point, 193.8, and then Thanksgiving happened and I didn't eat a lot, but I had a glass of wine, I had a couple shots, I did eat a pie or two, and I made homemade pies, like mini pies. So it was like, you know, I don't feel bad that I did it. It is what it is. It was Thanksgiving, family, food, you know, drinks. It's what we do, right? So I don't want to be in that mindset where I feel guilty about indulging that day or whatever. So fast forward to my doctor visit, right? And so, of course, typically when I weigh in with my doctor, I wear the same exact outfit, you guys. So he never sees me in different clothes. Like, I literally wear the same dress, the same bra, and I take off my shoes and the same, you know, underwear, and I take off my shoes and I weigh myself, and that's how I know that it's not my weight, my clothes affecting the numbers. It's literally me, because I wear the same exact thing every time. So this time when I went to go see him, I have to be wearing my garments still, because you're supposed to wear your garments all the time for the first 6 weeks, 24/7, except for when you're taking a shower. So I had my complete faja that goes all the way to mid-leg, you know, and then I have my bra for my post-surgery bra, and then I have my garment for my arms, which you can see peeping out here from under my shirt. And then I had a sweater on, and then I had jeans, and I didn't take off my shoes like I typically do when I weigh in. So to me, it was all the garments, because when I weighed myself that morning in the nude, I was 195, and on his scale, I was 198. So that being said, he was being kind of sarcastic in his demeanor, and he was just like, so I told him, it's the clothes. I know it's the clothes. And he's like, so what do? Weigh naked when you come here? And I'm like, well, no, not when I come here, but I also wear a very light outfit so that I know it's not, you know, my clothes, as I explained earlier. So he was like, okay, well, if that's what you want to believe, that's fine. But he seemed very, like, I don't know, his demeanor just seemed off that day. It wasn't like his normal, like, pep talk kind of personality that he usually has with me. So that was just kind of, I didn't know what to say. I was just kind of sitting there in shock. Like, I mean, I know I hadn't seen him in 2 months, but I had my surgery kind of get in the way. I didn't take Mounjaro for a whole 4 weeks. And so, of course, he's kind of like, well, you're at, you know, a 195-ish, which your initial goal was 205. My personal goal was 205. And he's like, I'm not happy that you're good at 195 because you're still obese. And I was like, well, what's my, you know, ideal weight? It's like 125. I will never be 125. I said, you wanted me to be at 170. That's still considered obese in my height. I'm only 5'2". So 170 is still going to be considered obese. So if I'm comfortable at 185, why are you upset that I'm obese, because technically at the 170, I would still be obese. So I just don't understand. The whole visit was just kind of, you know, like, it was just not my usual, like, happy-go-lucky visit. So of course he was not happy about my weight. I didn't gain though, and I told him I was off Mounjaro for 4 whole weeks, and I maintained my weight before surgery because it was low in stock when I initially needed my 7.5. I got my 7.5, and then I couldn't take it because now I was 2 weeks before my surgery. So I was pretty much off of it almost a whole 4 weeks. After my surgery, I waited a whole week just to make sure my body was recovering on its own, and then I took it, and everybody was telling me, after you take it, your swelling will go down, and it did. My swelling went down a few days after I injected the Mounjaro medication. So long story short, I called like 8 different pharmacies, and I'm in a big city, you guys. I live in Houston, Texas. There is literally a pharmacy around every corner here. Like every 2 miles or 1 mile, I want to say there's a pharmacy. There's one in every grocery store. There's a Walgreens and a CVS. I mean, within walking distance of each other. It's ridiculous. So I called Walmart. They said, no, we don't have it, which I thought was odd because my mom just had received her 5 milligram and they had it in stock. And then I called Walgreens. They didn't have it. I called CVS. They didn't have it. I called HEB. They didn't have it. I finally ended up talking to a rep at a different Walgreens that my cousin filled her 5 milligram at that Walgreens, and they told her they stocked it there. So I called them, that location in particular, and they said, ma'am, the 7.5 is out of stock. No one has it right now. We don't know. There's manufacturing issues, and we haven't been able to get it. So I don't know how long it'll be out. Try it another week or 2. Well, I don't have another week or 2 because I took my last injection yesterday. So I call my doctor's office because he prescribed me the 7.5 again, which I was comfortable taking the 7.5. I don't have any real side effects. Like, I feel fine. It's been great for me. It's still good as far as my hunger suppression, all that good. So I didn't even bat an eye when he said, I'm going to keep you on the 7.5 again. I was like, that's fine. So I called my doctor's office and I was like, you know what? It sounds like there is a shortage just on the 7.5 dose because they have the 5 milligram. I hear people not having an issue getting the 10 milligram. So it looks to be as if it's just a problem, an issue with the 7.5. So she's like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I don't know. What are my options? I would assume that either I go back to 5 milligram, which I absolutely hated, or I get bumped up to the 10 milligram, which I wasn't expecting, but wouldn't be mad. And so she said, okay, let me talk to the doctor, see what he wants to do, and I'll call you back and let you know. So sure enough, it took a few hours, but she did call me, and then I received the text notification that my prescription had been sent to Walmart. And so I called Walmart as soon as I see the text message, and I'm like, hey, I'm calling to get, because remember, my coupon was with Alto. Alto initially took my, didn't ask me for a coupon. They had it on file, so I never had to show a coupon. So I called Walmart and I'm like, yes, I was calling to see if you had my medication ready. And she said, yes, it'll be ready within the hour, and it's $25. Didn't ask me for a coupon, no questions asked, nothing about anything, just it's $25. And I was just like jumping for joy because I'm like, thank you, Jesus, it's there, they have it in stock, I can go pick it up. And although I had a week, because I just took my injection this morning, actually, I pushed it out 3 days past my injection date just because I wanted to stretch out the medication in case I wasn't going to be on it anymore. So long story short, I was able to get the 10 milligram, have it in my hands. You guys, I'm exhausted just dealing with this medication at this point. It's stressful. I get anxiety that I'm not going to be able to get it again. I'm getting to the point where I'm at my personal goal weight. I've met my personal goal weight. Now I'm just kind of trying to make sure I sustain with well under the 200 pounds. I get a lot of, because I put my journey out for you all and because I talk about it publicly, I get a lot of hate about it, because I'm not diabetic. And, in all honesty, I would love to have had the opportunity for all the diabetics who are now struggling with diabetes. Wouldn't you have loved to have the opportunity to take a medication that would prevent you from becoming diabetic? I really do not understand the anger with people who are like, you shouldn't be on this medication. if this medication is going to help me not become a diabetic, then why wouldn't you want to wish that for someone? If it was your daughter or your son or your parent or grandparent who was put onto this medication because they were borderline diabetics, and their doctor said, hey, if you get on this medication and you can manage your weight and get, you know, lose 20% or whatever it is of your body weight and avoid becoming a diabetic, wouldn't you want that for your family? I mean, I would never judge anyone for taking a medication to help them prevent from becoming ill. It just blows my mind how much hate there is, you know, behind this medication, behind the semaglutides and stuff like that. So definitely been, you know, it gets hard at times just to have to deal with all the negativity, deal with the anxiety of, am I going to get the medication or not? Is the coupon going to work for me or not? So it is a lot going on all the time, to the point where there are some days where I'm like, you know what, if he tells me I can't get it this month, or if I can't get it this month, I've only got 9 more pounds, 10 or 9 pounds, you know, to lose to get to my goal. Can I do this on my own? Is this just a crutch? Like, I'm literally feeling like I should be able to do this on my own. I mean, I've been on my journey since April, so it's been, you know, a good amount of time. And so I think it's just the anxiety of feeling like they're taking my crutch away. And am I going to be, or like, you know, riding a bicycle with training wheels, and you feel like you could do it, but you feel like, what if they take my training wheels off and then I fail, I lose my balance and I fall and I fail, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it's just me, like, that's my issue. So that was another thing that my doctor was like, that's it, no more Mounjaro. You're not getting on this anymore. It's for diabetics only. You know, that's it. Your run with Mounjaro is over. And I was just kind of like a little confused, because it's like, you recommended me being on this medication to avoid the diabetes diagnosis. Yes, they're not allowing it so much off-label anymore. I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of like hoping that this 10 milligram will help me get closer to my goal, and I can just maintain and sustain, and then talk to you guys about how to live life after Mounjaro for those of us taking it for weight loss purposes, right? So about the coupon, there was another update that happened November 9th, and it's funny because I came on here and talked about the coupon changes, and literally I want to say 2 days after that, the coupon changed again. I hadn't talked about it just yet because I was kind of seeing what kind of buzz I would hear about it before speaking to you guys on it. But from my understanding, the changes that occurred after November 9th was that it's no longer a $25 coupon. So you can no longer get this medication for $25 with the newest coupon. It is a $500 discount. Yes, it is only a $500 discount. So if this medication is retailing for $1,100 and your insurance doesn't pick up any of that, and Eli Lilly only gives you $500 off, that means you're paying $600 out of pocket for this medication. For that reason, a lot of doctors that I follow on other platforms are talking about how they're no longer prescribing it for off-label purposes. They will only prescribe it to their diabetic patients, and they will only prescribe it if they know the insurance will pick it up, because it's causing so much stress and anxiety for people that it's not worth the hassle for these doctors to be prescribing it. So there's that. I definitely do want to talk soon, and I will probably record this video as soon as I can, probably sometime in the next few days. But I did want to talk about other options if you cannot get Mounjaro anymore. In my experience, I lost just as much weight on Ozempic as I did on Mounjaro in the same amount. So in my first 12 weeks, I say it all the time, I lost 20 pounds on Ozempic, and in my first 12 weeks on Mounjaro, I lost 21, 22 pounds. I mean, it was literally a 1 to 2 pound difference. So in my experience, medication affects everyone so differently. So it's definitely, it still takes work. It's not a magic pill. You're not going to inject yourself and fat just melts off your body. Like, you still have to put in the work, and you still have to learn to eat. And I think for me, it's like, that's why I'm just not ready to let it go, because I feel like, no, but I just need 10 more pounds. And, you know, because then I feel like I can maintain my weight. The hard part is losing the weight. And so we'll see what happens, you guys. But I definitely do want to work on a video soon speaking on other options. And of course, there's the compounding option. So if you can't find or you can't afford the labeled medication, you can always go to a compounding pharmacy who will recreate it in a generic version. And I was on that also. And so in the beginning, that was how I began taking semaglutides. I can't ever pronounce it correctly. Yes, there is a way to get a compounded version, and it's literally a fraction of the cost. I was paying about $125 at that time for the generic version of Wegovy or Ozempic, you know, the semaglutide. And so I heard from a different doctor, not Dr. Z, that there is now a generic version of the tirzepatide medication. So I wanted to look into that and research that for you guys, because that would be amazing, because it'd probably be just like the generic version of Wegovy, where it's a fraction of the cost. So you guys, it's been a hectic few weeks. I was involved in a fender bender, literally falling asleep on my way home. That's how tired I've been lately. And so it's definitely been interesting the last few weeks. We have a new member to the family, and I'm so excited. I never thought I would, you know, add one more family member, but we did it. We finally did it. So this is Chloe, you guys. Isn't she the cutest? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I have a puppy in my house. Like, never in a million years. I mean, I'm a dog person for sure, but it's always like cute seeing them everywhere else, but not in my house. The kids have been, especially my oldest, she absolutely loves animals, and so she's been asking me for a puppy for a while. We had been looking for Chihuahua, and we just haven't had any luck, and we happened to be passing by the pet store the other day, and my husband's like, let's just go look really quickly. And I was like, okay. And you know, we've done it a gazillion times and never left home with a pet. But Chloe just looked at us, and it was like, I don't know. It was just match made in heaven. So she is a Pekingese mixed with poodle, and she is 2 months. She was born in September. So now we have Chloe and Shadow. So yeah, you guys, it's definitely been a crazy period, but I hope you guys are all doing well. I miss you guys so much. I hope to see you in the comments. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing, where you're at. So leave it in the comments below where you guys are at, how you're doing on your journeys. Are you all still behind the Mounjaro train, or have you decided to go for a different route? I know it gets really frustrating. I really want to talk soon about, you know, life after Mounjaro, because that's something that's going to be coming soon for me. I want to say no more than maybe another month or two, and then it's going to be like figuring this out without Mounjaro. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, or if you found anything I said informative at all today. And then make sure you subscribe. Obviously, subscribing to my channel has really helped me grow. You guys, I cannot believe we are at 3.6 thousand subscribers. That is insane. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys know it. I say it all the time. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, talk soon.